Good day and welcome to a new update in which we are going to have a very short one on this Saturday regarding Bitcoin correcting again. Yesterday we've discussed a price action and some levels that we should be holding, and we didn't. We didn't crack through those crucial levels, so that's why we're going to update that today in this very short update. And probably or hopefully tomorrow I'm going to discuss the on-chain analysis when it comes to the markets. So before we're going to continue, make sure to subscribe beneath and like this YouTube video if you enjoy the content. As you can see, I'm back with daily updates again, and we're going to build this towards one of the biggest channels in the coming years. Also, if you do like what I'm doing and you want to know more about the cryptocurrency markets, definitely do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram, where you can find everything on the markets, but also my personal life. Now, we've also created ourselves a premium membership and a platform and community where you can grow as a trader. If you want to know everything that I do in my staking and trading portfolio, all the trades, and also additional trade IDs for my team, and also soon some day trading, what we're going to do, and fundamental analysis, and even more inside our 8 community, check out the link in the description beneath. That's where you can join. We've decreased the prices. We will not be keeping those prices forever, but for now they are decreased. And if you can click on that link, you will see that we've got a newsletter. So if you're not able to afford the membership yourself, you get a newsletter 3 times a week. Latest intel about the markets, my exclusive tips, also TA and FA combined on projects, and sometimes even trade IDs and more to get you started in the markets. So that's all on the website, check it in the description beneath. When we're looking at the price action of Bitcoin, I think that ultimately the conclusion is that we tried to break to the upside, but we couldn't. And we are still not able to continue breaking to the upside because of the strength of the dollar. There are several conclusions that you can make. First of all, the dollar is quite strong and Bitcoin has been relatively stable in the past 4 months, as this year is quite boring. Price action is going flat. Altcoins are down 80 to 90%, and Bitcoin is relatively remaining stable while the dollar is showing that strength. So we are waiting for the reversal on the dollar. We are also waiting for the impact of the next hikes to be happening to the markets. And I think that when that impact happens, it will be a short-term pain reaction. And then shortly after that, the markets will just continue moving until the crisis starts, of course. But that's the case where we are living in right now. And that's why Bitcoin is not showing that much strength at this point. We are also waiting until the halving starts to happen again. That's why you probably are going to see some momentum taking place too. But we did see a run towards, 43k. We rejected that in a harsh manner. We corrected all the way back towards 39k. And for me, we are currently on a crucial level that we should be holding. So let's discuss the charts and let's discuss what I'll be seeing as a potential scenario and why I'm looking for longs at this point, or which levels I'll be looking at for longs if we start to drop beneath this level. So let's head towards the charts. So when we're looking at the price action of Bitcoin at this point, we have discussed 2 potential scenarios that we should be looking at, especially yesterday when the price action started to drop. I just thought about or spoke about the fact that we are in a sideways range for months already. That's clearly the case. We started here in January 2022, in which we started to drop down. We started at 46, we are down a little, but we have been acting within, let's say 35 to 46 since the start of this year. And now when we're looking at the price action, there are a few arguments that you could make. First of all, we are making higher lows, higher highs, so that would be an argument for continuation upwards, right? We are also concluding that we have been trying to break to the upside above 44.6 and dropped beneath back into the range, which is ultimately going to chase the downside of this range too, to get the liquidity before we can start reversing. And in order for that, we are currently holding a crucial block, which is this entire 38 level that essentially has to hold. We can still have a few more tests, but if we lose 38k, I think that we're going to cascade south, and then I would not be surprised if we even test the level around 31, which is still an untested one, before we can start continuing. So if we're looking at the lower time frames, we can start defining a few more important levels in which the first one was, and yesterday we've made the video when it was chasing this resistance. If we break the resistance, the likelihood of continuation is still going to be there. We didn't crack through it. Weakness was shown, also fueled by the weakness on the equities, and we started to drop back towards 39.2. And that drop back towards 39.2 is making it a very important level to watch. And I think that we could be having some momentum towards 40.2, and then we get into this question mark. So lower time frame, we are currently on a very important level, which is 39.2. Preferably, I would love to see that hold. If that doesn't hold, then we still have the daily block beneath us at 38. So overall, this is pretty much the area that I would be longing or looking for longs. If you would be less secure about your trades, you could be looking for the flip of 40.8k, but that is providing a lower risk reward than when you're going to look for the longs in this range, I think. If we lose 38k, I'm going to assume that we will be starting to fall south, and then I'm expecting us to be happening or to be having a pretty harsh correction taking place, pretty much the same as what we have been seeing here, and then we could be falling all the way towards 31k, and that should be ultimately the bottom of this correction, as then we are finally getting some more momentum upwards. And you can see all around the price action that the altcoins are not showing too much strength at this point. I'll just cover a few in a little bit. When it comes to the DXY, it's showing the strength still, and as long as this one continues to run up, we clearly cannot have strength on the crypto. But you can also say we started around 95 points here for the DXY, and after that we've had a pretty heavy run on the DXY, while Bitcoin is relatively remaining stable. So that is actually a good sign at this point, in which that the flat line of Bitcoin is suiting potential strength when the DXY is going to have that correction taking place. So when we're looking at some altcoins, I've been covering Skill. We've had a beautiful run up, but we're also down approximately 80 to 90%. In this case, we are down 92% since the all-time high, which is since a year ago, which is a bear market, and which is already mostly or likely the finish of a bear market, in which we've had this beautiful run, rejected here, currently holding up support, but it's showing the fact that if we're going to have one more whitewash with Bitcoin, that should be the end of this entire run or entire bear market, in which we are most likely going to continue moving overall. And Silica is one of those examples which has been making a giant run, and how fast you can get back into the profits overall. So when you're looking at the altcoins, when it's down so much and when there is still fundamental growth in the project itself, Silica was down 87% in 1 year, but it gained it back within a few weeks, in which we started to run approximately 600% within 2 weeks. And I think that if you're looking at the entire DeFi section, for instance, Aave is also down approximately 70 or 80%, probably, or if Bitcoin is going to have another correction, we are going to test the lows here again. But overall, if you're looking for the markets for spots to actually start buying, I think that those are the chances on investment thesis, but also on trading thesis. So when you're looking at Bitcoin, this level is 1, 38k is 1, and if that is lost, we're going to look at 30k. So that's what my update is today. Make sure to subscribe beneath, don't do stupid shit, take it easy with the trading, and I'll see you again tomorrow or Monday. Have a great weekend.